It's actually crazy to think how Naruto is actually 20 years old. I mean, I basically grew up my whole life watching Naruto, and to be honest, it's been a great watch. Naruto means a lot to me, but before we get into that, what's up, YouTube? It's your boy Sho back with another video. Now let's get back to some Naruto. But as I was saying earlier, I mean, it's so crazy to think that it's 20 years old and it's a series that is, basically a full-grown adult now. Pretty much a lot of people reacted to the anniversary video, and they were, they had some new scenes. Let's talk about that for a second. Some new scenes, because I feel like that in itself leads to a lot of like interesting concepts, because there's actually been rumored, apparently it's confirmed, I haven't seen anything specifically about it, but it's been confirmed from sources I know that actually know and do research, that Naruto will be getting a remake of some sorts. I don't know, I don't think they'll be remaking Shippuden. It'll just be probably the original Naruto. I'm guessing maybe not, because if you look at some of the scenes from some of the newer Naruto scenes that they did, like in the anniversary trailer video tribute thing, they have some Naruto scenes, some classic Naruto scenes in that they're redone with better animation, and it looks absolutely crispy. I mean, it looks honestly so good. And I think, to be honest, that'll be so crazy to me that a newer generation of people could fall in love with Naruto all over again. Because if they can make Naruto in a newer format, Naruto in itself is not a bad anime to watch. Like, whenever I go back and watch it, I love going back and watch it. Sometimes I watch it, go to sleep. I don't think it's a bad animation. I think it was really great. Especially the early Naruto, I feel like it was really solid. If you go back and look at some of the fight scenes, you might be like, okay, I see why, people want to remake if they're younger. So watching stuff like Demon Slayer fights, you can definitely understand where people might be coming from, but it's nowhere near as bad as other anime. Especially for its age, it is nowhere near as bad as anime is today. A lot of anime today is just trash animation. Naruto had really, really decent animation to me. But that's just my point. Like, while we don't need a remake, it would be cool to have one. I mean, Hunter x Hunter went and did a remake. I really love the 90s art style and stuff and aesthetic with Hunter x Hunter, but Naruto having a brand new look to it could bring a lot of newer people that really be hating on Naruto into the fold. Out of the big three, I mean, obviously Bleach has their big thing going on right now. Bleach has the 1,000-year world blood arc on right now, and that's really cool. Like, that's a cool thing. I read some of the manga for that. I'm watching it as we speak. I really enjoy what they're doing with that. That looks amazing. Then we got One Piece. One Piece is one of them anime that never stops airing, so of course its quality is going to be diminished. But out of all of them, Naruto has always been my favorite. Like, I'm caught up all the way to One Piece. I'm caught up all the way to, not really all the way to Bleach, but I'm caught all the way mostly to where the anime is at right now. I've caught all the way up to Naruto. I stopped Boruto for a while. And even though I guess you could look at Boruto as like a stain on the Naruto legacy, I just specifically count Naruto and Naruto Shippuden. But yeah, that's those out of my big three. Naruto is definitely my favorite, I gotta say. I don't know what it is. I feel like One Piece is great. The world building is great. I feel like you appreciate One Piece more when you get older than as a kid, because even though you might see the adventure and the, just sailing beyond the seas and having fun with friends and stuff of One Piece, when you get older, you start to see the world building and the character development. So you start to see a lot more different stuff. But Naruto, for me, has the same impact it had when I was a kid. I mean, when I watched it when I was young, I basically watched the original Naruto, like all the fillers and everything. I was absolutely in love with the show. I mean, I was one of those people running around the front yard with friends doing hand signs and stuff. Yeah, I was that guy. But that was good times, man. That was like, Naruto inspired that for me. Like the Naruto run everybody used to do. I think Naruto was like one of the first anime where I know people were actually like watching. People were actually, tuned in. I was in school and back when anime wasn't a popular thing. Now it's like you go to any school and people are wearing like Naruto shirts and stuff, you know what I'm saying? Back then it wasn't really that for me. Like people at RDC World and stuff really changed the landscape and how anime is looked at. Anime is looked at as cool now. It's looked at as acceptable. So many people watch it. There's so many good shows that you really can't down nobody for watching the anime. Maybe certain anime, but not necessarily anime itself. I wanted to make this video for a while because watching that Road to Naruto, it really made me feel something, like, to be honest. You know, watching all them great scenes of Naruto, and the crazy thing, I rewatched it not too long ago, so I rewatched the whole series. I wanted to go back in, because what I did, when I watched the original series, I never read any of the manga for Naruto. That's something I never did. I kind of always regretted not doing it, but I really liked experiencing it in the anime. So of course, when I watched it originally, I watched all the fillers and stuff, but this time I did a non-filler run, and I got to see like the end episodes where they grow up and they do certain tasks and certain things that they do. And you know, to be honest, it was great. You know, I liked it. Many people don't like the ending of Shippuden. They feel like it's one of the biggest flops in anime history. I could definitely see why, because Kaguya was kind of out of nowhere. But while she was kind of out of nowhere, I think personally, and I don't want to interject too much, but I think the Sage of Six Paths should have been the final villain. Because with him, they kind of built him up a lot, you know, and they built him up to be a very strong, very strong ninja. I don't think that he should have came out the same way as Kaguya did, but to bring Kaguya out and then bring the Sage's Path is like the savior. We don't know nothing about Kaguya. They could at least hinted at her, or they could have showed the Sage Six Path backstory like a long time ago. But obviously, with the Sage having that many powers, it's possible they might didn't know at the time that he would have like Rinnegan and stuff. It might not have been created yet. Other than that, though, I'm not gonna lie. I feel like Naruto was a good anime. It had its shortcomings. The fillers were atrocious, and Boruto is just unwatchable because there's so many fillers. It's just literally unwatchable. That anime in itself should be redone. I know it saw like a tweet from Mr. Beast. I don't know if that's real or not, but I saw a tweet that said like how much for a Naruto remake, and then it was like, but they gotta fix Boruto first. I don't want to really talk about that too much because this is a Naruto appreciation video, but Boruto is like I love Kawaki. I like him as a character. I like what it may lead for them about him being maybe the big danger. Hopefully they twist it on his head, because to me, he's one of the most likable characters in the new class. I'd rather not have him as a villain, but it is what it is. This is one of the things where Boruto in itself should just be rebooted. I think they should reboot it with a different animation company, and they should just do the Bleach thing and just make it 13 episodes. And then make it so that, you know, it's far and few between. Just cut out all the filler, because yes, the filler is anime canon, but I don't want to really rant on Boruto too long, but it's some of the most boring material I've ever seen. But moving past that, man, we can go back to Naruto appreciation. Let's talk about the games, man. The game's been a big integral part of my life for as long as I can remember. I remember growing up and playing the original Ultimate Ninja, not Storm, but the original Ultimate Ninja, one where it's like a side scroller. I remember going back and playing that one. I played it as an adult. You know, I did a series I was doing on it where I would basically play it on the Xbox. It was crazy. But all in all, like, I mean, they had some great games, like some really good games. Chronicles. The game I used to always call them Wii Naruto, with the Naruto on Wii, where you could basically play with 4 people. That's probably one of my favorite games of all time. I've never owned an actual Wii until like my adult life, but you know, I have a friend that we would all gather and have, like, you know, we'd all spend the night or whatever and just play Naruto or whatever and play all this different stuff until the sun came up. And that was like one of the best games, because back then they had a lot of 4-player games. That was one of the best games of Naruto I've ever played. It had a lot of different characters. I mean, we had the Japanese version with the extra added characters. All in all, it was just a fire game through and through. Even getting down to some of the most legendary Naruto games there is, Storm. Storm franchise meant a lot. Like, it means a lot to me. I had a lot of like frustration, anger, happiness, you know, all tied into that one game. You know, playing against your friends or playing against online or whatever, and just really trying your best to win a match or win a series. And, you know, really dominating. That is some of the funnest ever. Like, some of the funnest, most competitive experience I've ever had. I don't normally play fighting games like that, so I don't really experience this often. But I feel like Storm had everything that we need. And obviously it's another Storm coming out. I'm really excited for that. Hopefully they'll use some of these updated scenes. That'd be cool. Like a Storm that does like everything. But no, not necessarily. I guess this next Storm is going to be more Boruto related, so I really can't say whether that'd be good or not. But I just want to say, I got a mad appreciation for Naruto as a whole. I think the series really meant a lot of things to a lot of different people at different times. Like, whenever I'm bored and absolutely bored and I'm just watched everything there is, I'll go and maybe start a new session of Naruto. Like, that's just how good that show is to me. It's a comfort show. I can watch it for hours and not just really even get bored. But I got 3 questions for you guys. Simple questions. What does Naruto mean to you? That's the first, because I've already explained this whole video what Naruto means to me. Second, who's your favorite character in Naruto? I'm gonna be honest, I had a lot of favorite characters over the years, and as I'm thinking of it now, it's really hard to pinpoint my favorite character. Now, like, objectively, I would probably say Shikamaru. I think as an adult, you realize how clutch he was, where as a kid, you know, you kind of realize, okay, he's kind of lazy, but he's a cool character, you know, in terms of he's very, very smart. But when you get into an adult, you can realize how actually smart he is. So if I had to choose right now, it'd probably be Shikamaru. And next, if you could choose to remake either Naruto, Boruto, or Naruto Shippuden, which one would you do? Honestly, for me, I would definitely choose Boruto. I think that it's such a potential for a better anime. It needs to be on the Bleach schedule where it's just like 13 episodes a season, and it looks nice, it looks amazing, and it's all canon filler, not filler, but all canon material, except just all this other stuff. I feel like I can go back and watch Naruto now, and it'll still look good to me. That might be just nostalgia talking, but I really like the way Naruto looks. I really like the way Shippuden looks. I think it looks really, really decent. It has some really, really good fights in it. So I think, to me, it's all very decent. Maybe I would cut out a lot of filler. I mean, eventually people will make just, you know, compilations of the episodes without filler. But it is what it is. But with that being said, guys, thanks for watching. Please like, subscribe, and I'll see you guys next video.
やれやれだぜ。